Today I will be showing you my top 5 favorite shortcuts in Mario Kart World. And since we're already getting into it, we're starting with Dry Bones Burnout. I won't be going too into depth because this is supposed to be my opinion. You guys don't have to agree, but make sure to like and subscribe. And maybe, hopefully, enjoy the video. That first shortcut that you just saw, let me go back to it. The starting shortcut is very easy. I can see everybody doing it online. So yeah, as soon as you're done, you're gonna start up. Charge jump, do a right charge jump, and you should make it onto the wall, and it should automatic wall ride for you. You can also do that wall ride, which I do not recommend going for. But I did not want to get down to the bottom path, so I have to restart again. So, third time restarting, because I did not practice these shortcuts at all. Because I recently got my Party Jamboree, like very recently, and I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. It's been very fun playing it. I might make a couple of videos on it, I don't know. But we're on to our next shortcut. We have this one where he will do electric, a front trick, if I can even do it. Let me try that again. So when you reach the best part of the track, you want to do electric, a front trick. I told you I wasn't going into depth. If that was really complicated, I promise you. I will not be talking about the wall ride I just did because it's actually kind of hard because of the off-road. But that's my number 5 spot, and it's Dry Bones Burnout. Next up, we got Airship Fortress. Not the biggest shortcut track in the planet of Mario Kart World, but it has some cool, interesting tech. First off, when you start the race, you should always go for this rail. I barely missed that. And then you should trick the other rail. And then you should stay on the rail. Maybe even do that trick. Fancy trick. But it's very easy. I told you I wasn't going to depth because I don't really want to this video. But yeah, it is very easy. Always should go for it online. And there's one more shortcut, which you need a mushroom for, but we'll talk about that in a little bit, but there's a shortcut that everybody knows about. You just pick a mushroom, and yeah, I missed the rail, but that wraps up Airship Fortress and number 4 spot. And of course, I had to add Shy Guy Bazaar. And at the start of the race, when you get your mini turbo, you're gonna want to always go for this rail right here. It actually is a lot easier than it looks. It did take me a while though. You should never go for the routes I just did because I don't know what I was just doing, but like you can stay up there, do the stuff. And then this shortcut I learned from Switch Stop, if I can even do it. You're gonna want to start a wall ride, charge up, trick off the lamppost, and boom, you're up here already. It's really fast. And then you got the regular mushroom cut that everybody takes in time trials. It's the only good mushroom spot on the track. And then you can go on the wall again, which is also cool. So yeah, that really wraps up Shy Guy Bazaar. I lost all my stuff. Also, please join my Discord. I'll put a link on my channel headline. Help us get to 250 by the end of the year. I really want to pass my friend who has 420 subscribers. He started posting again. He hasn't posted in a while. Yeah. So like and subscribe. Help us pass Mr. Biscuit. And let's keep going with the video. We had the big boy for number 2. It does not take number 1. A lot of people will say, it's number 1. Doesn't pass number 1. I have another track. Don't worry. These are also my opinion. So you got this shortcut right here. There's a couple different ways to do it, but that's the hard version. Let me show you the easy version. The easy version is a ton easier. So after you trick off these two, you're gonna start it charged up, go onto this wall, go onto this, trick off at that corner, trick off of this, and you should hit the sign. Here's what it would actually look like. Okay, here, get the rail, trick, miss it again. I'm so bad at this game. Let's just go on to our next shortcut. This one up here, you should always go for. I do struggle with it, but most people don't. But you can clear that entire section. Of course, I fell off. But there's also this shortcut, which I probably won't be able to perform. Yeah, the world, you could just watch the world records instead of me, you know. But if you are making it this far, I do appreciate it. I am very glad that. Next track. And before we move on to number 1, I would like to get into some honorable mentions, please. Let's bring up the first one. If you see that I've been struggling, I am not good at this game. I'm probably the worst player ever. I do enjoy playing this game. I really hope you guys like this video and probably don't like me, but I like that you guys are watching me. That I actually can get some views for once. But let's move on to our honorable mentions. Wario Stadium is a very good track that I really like, but it didn't make it into the top 5. It did make it into top 10. I hopefully will make a video on that. But there's a beginning shortcut that I of course missed, but you can do this too if you don't want to go for the first shortcut, which you should obviously go for. Do not. I'm just bad at the game, as you saw. But after you're done with that shortcut, you could do this shortcut, which is really good online, and you should always go for it. You should aim your body for this coin, trick off, and then boom, you're on the rim. You could be extra fancy and get a couple of tricks, but I didn't because I'm not fancy or extra fancy and not good at the game. But let's move on to our second honorable mention. Peaches, 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 peaches. I really need to shut up. After my little incident, our second honorable mention is Peach Stadium. So when you start the race, or if you're going from those intermission tracks that Nintendo wants us to do, you should always go for this rail at the beginning, and if you have a mushroom, you should always go for that mushroom cut. And there is a little bit more depth. I can show you this one that I personally like, but I think it's actually slower. But so you could do a charge jump on that. You don't have to, but it's safe for that. Then you're gonna want to trick off of this ramp and aim your cart for this. It takes the turn insanely tight, and that's why this stadium, Peach Stadium, makes it to my honorable mentions. That's not really something to be proud of, Peach Stadium, but one more honorable mention than number 1. I really wish I wrote scripts for videos. Our final honorable mention before number 1 is Dino Jungle. Probably the most creative and personally my favorite track in the game. But just because of the dinosaurs, the gameplay is simple but fun. And I also like this shortcut right here that you can do. Watch this. If I can even do it. Boom, boom. You can do 2 tricks right on the dinosaur, which I think is super cool. And then you can also, there's a mushroom grass cut. The reason why I like Dino Jungle is it has shortcuts that are super effective and they're super easy to learn. You need to learn them or else you're not good at this game. Sorry to all the noobs out there. Time to go to number 1. And my number 1 favorite shortcut track in the game is Koopa Troopa Beach. Nah, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's the fabulous Great Question Block Runs. I love its shortcuts. It's cool tech. And we already have a first shortcut. If you happen to have a mushroom, you want to hold your mini turbo, start it before you take the shortcut. And then you'll end up on this rail, which will take it extremely tightly. And then we have the shortcut that made this track famous on day one. Now you could do a charge jump for this shortcut, or you can do a mini turbo. I like doing the mini turbo, but just for the video, a charge jump is slower than a mini turbo. But there's other versions of the shortcut, like this one. Now, if you don't happen to have a mushroom, you could take this small cut that I can't even do. No, seriously. I do not recommend going for this because it is sort of difficult. But if you do happen to wall ride up there and I fail my trick, then you could actually go up here onto this, and then you're gonna want to jump off of that at a surprisingly difficult angle to get. And then you're gonna want to jump off the ring. So yeah. Well, thank you guys all so much for watching and tuning in to the video you probably shouldn't have clicked on. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, join my Discord, help us get to 250 by the end of the year. So bye, and I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching, bye.